Hello, everybody, and welcome to today's travel update. And we're pretty much done talking about Tiffany, but we are going to talk about it shortly in the video updates to come because Tiffany is going to be a prolific rainmaker for some. And as you can see, this MCS that is bubbling here to the west of here. I mean, just look at that. It's taking up 11 south, probably even higher up to freaking 18 south. So all of these places are getting cloud cover and or very heavy rain probably in these areas. But as you can see from this loop here, we're about to see here, you can see that the center here is swirling right in the center here between 15 south and 132 east. So it's pretty much a naked swirl now, while all the convection or the MCS is displaced to the far west of the system. And these places are still getting very heavy rain here, so there's probably ongoing flooding at this moment. And just stay weather aware in Australia for the next couple of days, and you guys be fine if you guys take precautions as we go out through time. All right, so we're gonna take a look at the GFS, but we're not gonna take a look at it where the storm is going. If I cannot screw up already, as you can see, we are going to take a look at the total accumulated precipitation here. So, as you can see, over the course of the next 5 days, you can see these bright colors popping up here for parts of the Northern Territory. So, yeah, you guys are definitely going to see flooding, but this is about 300 to maybe even 500 millimeters of rain, which is up to 20 inches, like 14 to 20 inches that can fall in these areas in the next 5 days. So please be cautious and make sure that you make uh, you save your own life. Don't do anything crazy or something like that. Turn around, don't drive. We've seen people in Fiji from Cody get killed because they drove into a river, flooded road that's a river pretty much, and we don't want to see that kind of stuff happen. Speaking of Cody, that's going to be our main focus from here on out. Is Tropical Cyclone Cody. This is located at 24.6 south, 175.0 east. Max sustained winds are at 50 knots or 60 miles per hour for those that use the mile per hour unit. Minimum sensing pressure is at 989 millibars. So we're going to take a look here at what this is doing, and obviously this is a mess now. But it could make a little bit of a comeback later. We're just gonna have to see how it all plays out. But then again, we're getting close to that 25 south, uh, location, and this is where it's gonna start becoming unfavorable, and it's definitely showing right now. The thing is, some of the agencies still predicted to be a Cat 2 to a Cat 1 on their scale that they use over in that region of the world. So we're gonna just have to see how this all plays out. New Zealand is definitely in the crosshairs of this thing a little bit later on down the road, and now we'll get to that here shortly. But as you can see, it does have some nice rotation though. That's for sure. Just the convection is really disheveled and very disorganized now. All right, so here we are. We're going to take a look at the GFS, and as you can see, this is initialized at 6C today. So this is the 6 hours out. So pretty much now, or an hour ago, it's an 986 millibar system. And as you can see, 48 hours out, it looks like it's connected to this monsoonal troughiness, or the Etsy, if you will. Let's take a look at some soundings here. Yeah, 29 knots this year and 59% relative humidity. We can see why this thing is not doing very well right now. That is a for sure thing right now. 48 hours, 983 millibars. But as you can see, the pressure is starting to drop. So that's probably the transitioning period that's probably going on, because you're definitely not going to get a strengthening tropical cyclone with 45 knots of wind and 55% relative humidity. So this is definitely transitioning at this current point in time. So 72 hours out, we're at 984 millibars. And as you can see, damn, okay, 60, 62 knots of shear and 49% relative humidity. Yeah, this is definitely not tropical anymore at this point. 96 hours, and as you can see, it's starting to affect New Zealand here as the 976 extratropical system. And as you can see, we can't really get soundings here. So we're gonna go 120 hours, and as you can see, it goes into the northern islands of New Zealand and just kind of just tuckers out. Yeah, it just kind of tuckers out as it moves across. So yeah, New Zealand, watch out for some very inclement weather coming in the next maybe 3 to 5 days from now, and then lasting at least for a couple of days maybe as we go out through time. All right, so here's the European. This is initialized at 0Z or APM. As you can see, 987 for 24 hours out, 980, 985, 987, 989. So yes, New Zealand is in the crosshairs of this system, as it's probably most likely going to be extratropical by the time it gets there, though, because as people, I've been hearing from people that after it gets below 25 south, that's when conditions start to deteriorate a little bit. So this may affect New Zealand, like I said, as an extratropical system. I mean, it could be. I mean, I don't know. I'll definitely be keeping an eye on this for you guys and see how it moves on throughout the next 5 days or so. But regardless if it's tropical or extratropical, New Zealand, parts of New Zealand should get ready for some weather. That's for sure. If the models do pan out the way they're shown, because the GFS and the European are agreeing right now on that. All right, so here is the sea surface temperatures, and as you can see here, where it is at right now, it's got very little warm water left. It's got 26s and 27s, and then once you get below about 25 south, that's when you get to the 24s and the 25s, and then at that point it's pretty much not tropical. So at least in the case of warm waters. So excuse me. But yeah, the waters are going to get cooler from here on, and I'm not sure. It's probably going to interact with some tail of the monsoon trough, and that's what's going to make the transition. At least that's what the models are looking like. All right, so that is a short little update of the tropical cyclone Cody, and a little bit of a reminder of what was tropical cyclone Tiffany. Anyways, I want to thank you guys for watching. If anything crazy or strange happens, I will be back again this evening. But for right now, we're going back to one a day since there's no land threat at this current point in time, besides the rainfall from EX Tiffany, which I just covered. Anyways, thank you guys for watching. I'll see you guys again tomorrow.